Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. This message again is for the ladies specifically, but guys, you can listen to this as well. It is always an interesting thing to me how uh, animals in nature can do things according to the book, uh, so to speak, and human beings have a problem doing that. In other words, animals in nature have their babies naturally. No physician, no nurse, no anesthesiologist, no other caregivers, nothing but them and God. Why is it that women, human beings, have to have all of the embellishment? Why do we need four walls with bright lights, stirrups, a man, a woman, and a white coat called a doctor, several nurses, an anesthesiologist, uh, and whomever? So, doesn't make you wonder why we don't use nature as it was intended to be used? Many women across this vast world that we live in have their babies at home. Africa is an example. India, various other places in Asia and so forth. Yes, there are modern facilities, if you want to call them that, but it's something that's going to happen anyway. It's no more different than you burping or passing wind. It's a natural body function. Your heart beats normally and you have no control over it. Once a woman is inseminated by a man, approximately 9 months later, she's going to have a baby. It can't be stopped. She's going to have a child. So the child is coming anyway. So what's the purpose of the doctor? Have you ever really considered this? There's something awry here that lies deep beneath the surface that we're not really wrapping our brains around and we're not thinking about. And the fact is, it's money in being pregnant. It's money in delivering a baby for the corporations called hospitals, medical centers, allopathic medicine. There's billions of dollars in it. Now, natural versus C-section. No animal in nature has a C-section. 99% of the time, if there be some act of God that you lose a child, but 99% of the time your baby is going to come to fruition. You're going to have a baby. No complications. You're supposed to have pain with birth. That's just normal. No animal in nature, again, has a C-section. No animal in nature has a doctor, yet they have healthy pregnancies and deliveries. But only human beings have doctors. OB-GYN, whatever you call them. What is that word, teacher? Your gynecologist? Obstetrics, I think I have that right. But you know what I'm saying and you get my point right now. So, natural birth, again, versus C-section. From a business standpoint, in the hospital, doctors have told people, and my daughter was a victim of this as well. They tell women that they have to have a C-section because they're too late. There's some complications. They have a rapid heartbeat and all of the other plethora of excuses that they use to cut you open. Did you not know that there's money in surgery? There's more money in having a baby by C-section, substantially more money than it is having it vaginally. The average, now don't quote me on this, but the average birth across America is about $3,000, $4,000 to deliver a baby vaginally. And it can be a little bit more pricey if you have some complications, like in the episiotomy, the baby's head is too big or what have you. You have to have that procedure. But around 4,000 and upwards to have a baby vaginally versus C-section. Oh, here's where the rubber meets the road, ladies. C-sections can cost from 8,000 to well up into $60,000 or $70,000 to have a C-section. That's considered emergency surgery. So the hospitals, they double down. So they increase the price for the C-section so they can get more money out of not only you, but out of your insurance company. And no one is the wiser. And the insurance company typically pays it if you have that type of coverage. And anything that they don't pay, or if you had a copay, then you're going to pay what's left. All for the sake of bringing a beautiful life into the world. You're stuck with a bill. That's amazing, is it not? So you decide, is it better to have a birth vaginally from an economical standpoint and from God's standpoint, or is it better to have a baby C-section? I think we need a little bit more homework. We need to do a little bit more studying about this subject before we start having someone cut on us. And before I leave, it's been said by several doctors that once you have your first C-section, every delivery after that has to be C-section. That's a lie. Study it, ladies, and study it, gentlemen. Study it, everybody that's out there listening to this. Study it, and study to show yourself approved to God, in that you would know what nature really says versus what the man with the blade who wants the fat wallet at the end of the day. Okay, that was it. Let me know what your opinions are and your viewpoints are, if you will, on this video in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. So long.